প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী, তোমরা আশা করি আল্লাহর অশেষ রহমতে প্রত্যেকে ভালো আছো এবং তোমরা সেই আল্লাহর দেওয়া বিধান মতে তোমরা লেখাপড়া চালিয়ে যাচ্ছ এবং তোমাদের বাপ মায়ের কথা শুনছো, সামাজিক দূরত্ব বজায় রাখছো, হ্যান্ড স্যানিটাইজার ব্যবহার করছো এবং মাস্ক ব্যবহার করে বিভিন্ন জায়গায় তোমরা যাচ্ছ। তবে অযথা তোমরা যাবে না, তোমরা বাড়িতে বসে আমরা যে ক্লাসগুলো দিচ্ছি এই ক্লাসগুলো তোমরা দেখবে। প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী, আমি তোমাদের নবম শ্রেণীর ইংরেজি টেক্সটবুক থেকে একটা পাঠদান করছি। আমি তোমাদের পাঠ শিরোনাম ওখানে লিখে দিয়েছি। মাই ডিয়ার স্টুডেন্ট, I hope that you will attentive to my lesson and learn very minutely, my dear student. Now, my dear student, you see my topic name. The teaching of my topic is the India unity of diversity. India unity in diversity. India unity in diversity. ভারত বৈচিত্র্যের মধ্যে ঐক্য অবলিক ভিন্নতার একতা। বৈচিত্র্যের মধ্যে ঐক্য, এর কথা হলো এই যে ভারত একটা বিচিত্রপূর্ণ দেশ, বহু ভাষাভাষী, বহু জাতি, ওখানে বিশাল একটা ভারত। তাদের ভিতরে তাদের বিভিন্ন একতা হলে কি হবে, তারা বিচিত্র হলে কি হবে, তাদের ভিতরে একতা বিরাজ করছে। সেই ভারত সম্পর্কে আমরা জানব। My dear student, we wish to know about the cultural and geographical and other function of Bharat, of India. My dear student, you listen to me very carefully, my dear student. You find out your textbook page number 84 and you find lesson 4, India unity in diversity. India unity in diversity. My dear student, here you find a map. Here you find a map in your textbook. I have also drawn the map of India on the blackboard, at the middle of the blackboard. You see the map of India, my dear student. This is India. This is the point, mapping point here. Here the mapping point. Here the mapping point. This is Bharat Mahasagar. This is Bharat Mahasagar, Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean, my dear student. Here, my dear student, here this is Bangladesh. This is Bangladesh, at the middle of Bangladesh, and one part is open there. One part is open here. Here Bangoposagar. Here Bangoposagar, my dear student. Here Bangladesh, and this is India. This is India. This is India. This is open area, and this is Myanmar, my dear student. And this is the vast area of India, my dear student. I shall discuss you about the India to you. Diversity, unity in diversity, Indian. The people of the unity of the people of India and their cultural function I will discuss you, my dear. Before discussing the topic, I shall explain some difficult words, my dear student. You listen to me very carefully, my dear student. You, my dear student, here you see some difficult words. You see some difficult words. My dear student, you find some difficult words. I have made the board 3 parts, writing the word, writing the vocabulary. My dear student, here is the one part and middle part and the last part. I am discussing the first part, that is the left side of the blackboard, my dear student. You see amazing. Here word is amazing, my dear student. Amazing means Bishoykar, in Bengali meaning Bishoykar, astonishing, my dear student. Amazing in Bengali meaning Bishoykar, English astonishing, my dear student. Closest, here closest, সবচেয়ে নিকটতম, so near, my dear student. Closest, সবচেয়ে নিকটতম, so near, my dear student. Neighbor, here neighbor, প্রতিবেশী, near living people. প্রতিবেশী near living people. Those who live at side of us, they are the neighbors to us. If we discuss about family, at our father, our family, at the side of my family live people. They are my neighbors. And the country wise, India is our side. It is one border. Indian Bangladesh border is one. That is, India is our neighbor, my dear student. Bordered, সীমানা বেষ্টিত. My dear student, bordered, সীমানা বেষ্টিত. Making the in part of the land, that is bordered. Bordered means drawing the last position of a country, that is border. Populous here, populous means in Bengali ঘনবসতি. Populous means in Bengali ঘনবসতি. Every very close settlement. Population জনসংখ্যা. This is the very important element of a country. Very important of a country. জনসংখ্যা means the men and women. The men and women. Here, this is the জনসংখ্যা of a country. Capital রাজধানী. Capital in Bengali রাজধানী. Center of the administration area of a country. Center of the administrative area. Center of the administrative zone. Administrative zone of a country. This is capital. My dear student, ancient. I have told various ways this ancient word is very we known to us. Ancient. Civilization, সভ্যতা, cultural doing. Civilization, here সভ্যতা, cultural doing. What we have do, this is our culture, and this is our civilization, my dear student. Diversity, বৈচিত্র্য. Variation, in English, variation, my dear student. My dear student, here another word is the center. Here at the middle part, here ভিন্নতার একতা. Vast. Here the middle part, you see the vast. Vast means ব্যাপক. Huge, a huge amount, that is vast. Races, জাতি. In Bengali, ইতিহাস. History in Bengali, ইতিহাস. Past happening. English, past happening. Indus Valley, সিন্ধু সভ্যতা. My dear student, you know a civilization was invented at the valley of Sindhu North. In Bengali, Sindhu North. Of Indus Valley. This is the Indus civilization, my dear student. Here Aryan here Arya jati. Aryan here Arya jati. এই Aryan my dear student, some time gap. We have gap some time, my dear student. Here I discuss about Aryan. Aryan, the first caste of India, as a very old caste of India, my dear students. If we read the history of Aryan, we can know about them, my dear students. Here, unification. Here another word is unification. একীভূতকরণ, fusion in English, fusion. Spread, বিস্তারিত, spread. বিস্তারিত, century, শতাব্দী, 100 years is a century. After 100 years we call century. Firmly, চরমভাবে, strictly. Firmly, চরমভাবে, strictly. My dear student, established, প্রতিষ্ঠিত, stand. Established, প্রতিষ্ঠিত, stand. My dear student, succeeded, কৃতকার্যতা. Succeeded, কৃতকার্য, my dear student. Here some words, my dear student, past or past participle or present tense, my dear student. You know about the past, present and past participle. I am giving the root meaning of the words, my dear student. You find whether this word is past or past participle or past tense, my dear student. My dear student, here another is empire. Empire means সাম্রাজ্য. Empire, সাম্রাজ্য. The area of a king. The area of a ruling area of a king. The ruling area of a king. That is empire, my dear student. Empire. It is called when there is no democracy. It is called where there is no democracy. At that time, all the country is called empire, my dear student. And the king was the administrator of that time, my dear student. Achieved here, অর্জিত. Achieved here, অর্জিত, my dear student. Gained, my dear student. Measure, পরিমাপ. Make the amount in a decision. Make the amount to go to a decision. That time we measure something, my dear student. My dear student, I have not written all the words. Some words I shall discuss to you, my dear student. Disintegration, বিভক্ত বা আলাদা হওয়া. Disintegration, বিভক্ত বা আলাদা হওয়া. Difference. Paving হচ্ছে পথ দেখানো. Paving means পথ দেখানো. Show the way, my dear student. My dear student, emerge, উত্থিত হওয়া. Arise, emerge, উত্থিত হওয়া. Arise. My dear student, appointed, নিয়োগপ্রাপ্ত. Employed, appointed, নিয়োগপ্রাপ্ত. Employed. Governor General, my dear sir, Governor General means the chief of the administrator. Chief of the administrator is Governor General, my dear student. মানে প্রশাসকের যে প্রধান তাকে গভর্নর জেনারেল বলা হয়, my dear student. Impress, সম্রাজ্ঞী. My dear student, one day our Indian subcontinent was the colonial area of the British. The British have the সম্রাজ্ঞী impress. The impress is the all in all of the British colonial government, my dear student. The parliament, আইন পরিষদ, my dear student. Parliament here means আইন পরিষদিন, where the law is changed or make, where sitting the MP or the MLA sitting and make a law. That is the parliament, my dear student. Rule mean এখানে রুল শাসন করা. Struggle, সংগ্রাম, my dear student. Struggle, সংগ্রাম. Independence, স্বাধীনতা, my dear student. In Bengali, স্বাধীনতা. Series, পর্যায়. Heroic, বিরচিত, my dear student. বিরচিত. Patriotic, দেশপ্রেম. Patriotic, those who love the country, they are the patriotic. That work is patriotic work. Patriot means deshpremik. And patriotic means those patriots do to love the country, that at that stage a patriotic word is used, my dear student. Restore fire power, my dear student. Restore fire power, freedom, স্বাধীনতা, my dear student. Another words you can see, amazing. I have discussed about it. Cultural, I have discussed. Sanskritic, distinct, স্বতন্ত্র হওয়া, varied, distinct, স্বতন্ত্র হওয়া, varied. Hardly, কমই, hardly, কমই. Varied, পার্থক্য হওয়া, varied, পার্থক্য হওয়া. Language, ভাষা. Tourist, ভ্রমণকারী. Delight, আনন্দ. Wonders, আশ্চর্য হওয়া, wonders মানে আশ্চর্য হওয়া. Paradise, স্বর্গ. Mountain, পাহাড়. Hill area. Desert, মরুভূমি. A hot area where only sand, মানে where only heat, sand. Desert, there is no rainfall there. That is desert, my dear student. Lakes, হ্রদ. Richness, সমৃদ্ধ. Configuration, বাহ্যিক কাঠামো, external shape, configuration. Temple, মন্দির, explore, পরিভ্রমণ করা. Vast, বিশাল, huge. My dear student, I have finished explaining the words, my dear student. Now, my dear student, I shall read the passage. Listen to me very carefully, my dear student. My dear student, you have saw a vast area of India, and you see Bangladesh. You see here Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a baby of India. Bangladesh is but the administrating condition of Bangladesh is very fine. Administrative condition Bangladesh is very fine. Bangladesh is now going to develop, my dear student. Now Bangladesh is a developing country, and it is going to develop so soon, my dear student. Our government has taken a step to develop the country so soon, my dear student. This is Bangladesh. Though it is a vast area, but the administrative condition of Bangladesh is very strict, my dear student. Here the vast area India, my dear student. I shall read the passage. A passage, and listen to me very carefully, my dear student. If you learn the vocabulary, you have learned all the topics, my dear student. You learn the vocabulary at first, then you can topics here, my dear student. Here some topics has been given. I shall read, and you listen to me very carefully and get the word meaning. You can learn more and more, my dear student. India, unity in diversity. India is our closest neighbor. It is the largest among South Asian countries. In fact, India is the 7th largest country in the world with an area and 3,28 lakh. No, my student, 32,87,590 square kilometers, my dear student. India is bounded by the Indian Ocean in south, the Arabian Sea on the west, and Bay of Bengal on the east. It is bordered by the Pakistan to west, China, Nepal. Its population is around 1.5 billion. New Delhi is the capital of India, and about 13 million people live in the city. India is a land of ancient civilization. The social, economic, and cultural diversity of this vast country is the result of invasion by different races in the process of history. Indian history begins with the birth of the Indus Valley civilization and the coming of Aryans. During this period, Aryan culture flourished in this part of the world. The 5th century, the 5th century saw the unification of India under Ashoka. And it is in his time that Buddhism spread in many parts of Asia. In the 8th century, Islam came to India for the first time, and by the 11th century, it had firmly established itself. In 1206, Qutbuddin Aibak founded the Delhi Sultanate. This was finally succeeded by the Mughal Empire in 1526, under which India once again achieved a large measure of political unity. It was in the 17th century that the Europeans came to India. This coincided with the disintegration of the Mughal Empire, paving the way for supremacy of the English, the French, the Dutch, and the Portuguese, who were vying with each other to gain control of India. The English emerged as the victors in 1774. Warren Hastings was appointed the first Governor General of India by the East India Company. In 1876, Queen Victoria was given the title Empress of India by the British Parliament, and India came under the British rule. The British ruled India for nearly 200 years. This period was marked by Indian struggle for independence. Through a series of heroic and patriotic movements to restore freedom, India got its independence in 1947. The culture of India is one of the oldest and the most unique in the world. There is amazing cultural diversity throughout the country. The south, north and northeast have their own distinct culture, and almost every state carved out its own cultural distinction. There is hardly any culture in the world that is as varied and unique as India. There are 17 major languages and 844 dialects used by the people of India. India is a tourist delight. The Taj Mahal, Fatehpur Sikri, the Qutub Minar, and the Red Fort are a few of the many wonders which attract people from all over the world. Kashmir has been described as a paradise on earth. The country of mountains, desert, rivers, and lakes offer the richness of many worlds within a single country. The Nilgiri Mountains, hill stations like Oti and Darjeeling, and the Temple of South India, Ajanta and Ellora caves are the place one can explore in India. My dear student, I have finished the reading the text, my dear student. My dear student, I want to tell you some question, my dear student. You see, and discuss the following question in pairs. My dear student, this is the pair work, my dear student. You read the passage, you guess the meaning, and you pair you and your friend, you pair work. This is a classroom activities, but it is not a remote class, my dear student. I don't monitor this class in classroom, my dear student. You and your friend, you for an example, you and your friend are paired. You imagine you and your friend is pair, my dear student, and it is pair work. And now I am a one two. I am active. I am play as a role two students, my dear student. What do you know about the population and geographical area of Bangladesh, my dear student? Here you see, here the 32,87,590 square kilometers, my dear student, and nearly the population nearly here some, my student, you read the passage, and its population around 1.5 billion, my dear student, 1.5 billion. when Buddhism spread in India. My dear student, here you find Buddhism spread in India, parts of Asia. Here, the 5th century saw unification of India under Ashoka, and it is time the Buddhism spread in many parts of Asia, my dear student. You read the passage and find out the answer, my dear student. What happened to India during the Mughal Empire? My dear student, in Mughal Empire, many cultural organizations, many monuments are made at a time. That is Taj Mahal, Fatehpur Sikri, my dear student. And another things, my dear student, you find to Taj Mahal, Fatehpur Sikri, the Qutub Minar, and the Red Fort are few of the many wonders which attract people from the over the world, my dear student, in Mughal Empire. What are some of the tourist attraction in India? My dear student, here the tourist attraction is Taj Mahal is the first tourist attraction, my dear student. Red Fort, Fatehpur Sikri, and Kashmir has been described paradise of earth. The country, mountain, valley, deserts, river and lakes after richness, meaning world richness. The Nilgiri mountain, hill stations, Oti and Darjeeling temple of Asia, Ajanta and Ellora caves are the place on explorer of India. My dear student, it is the my dear student. My dear student, India rests at sea. This is the model question, my dear student. This is model question. I am teaching you about the model question, and after a question may be turned when examination is held. A question is turned. You read the passage and you know all the things. When question is turned, you understand the question, my dear student. Complete the flow chart below the show and history of India. Use one of the fill in the gaps, my dear student. Philip start here, my dear student. My dear student, you will read the passage, my dear student. You will read the passage here. Indus Valley civilization and coming of Aryans, my dear student. You will find Indus Valley, India, ancient civilization, social diversity. You will find here the passage. This is Indus Valley civilization and coming the Aryans. India history begins with the birth of Indus Valley. With the birth of Indus Valley, it come to India for the 18th century. Here, my dear student, you will read the passage, my dear student. You will read the passage, and it is the cramming. It is the about to cramming. If you read the passage more and more, if you read the passage, you cram. My dear student, you will fill the blank, my dear student. My dear student, I want to tell you the filling the blanks. Here the stage. Here the stage C, my dear student. Here, my dear student, you see Indus Valley civilization coming or area. 18th century Islam came to India for the first time, my dear student. 18th century. 12 and 6 establishment of Delhi Sultanate by Qutubuddin Aibak, my dear student. 15th century the unification of India under Ashoka and spread Buddhism, my dear student. 1526 beginning of the Mughal dynasty. 1774 Warren Hastings was appointed the first Governor General of India by East Indian Company, my dear student. In 1876 Queen Victoria was given the title Empress of India by the British Parliament, my dear student. And 1976 India achieved its freedom. Here it is freedom, my dear student. Here if you claim this, you cannot answer the question. You don't claim. You read the passage and guess the central idea of the passage, central summary and central idea of the passage. If you learn the central idea, if you of India without discuss it to your friend about in Bengali. In Bengali or English, you will tell it to friend. Then your learning will be completed. When I ask you some question, you will answer the question, my dear student. You read the passage more and more and attentively. My dear student, there is no time. Now I have finished my teaching now, my dear student. Thank you so much.